We live.
We live. What's good, people? Uncle Hotep here. Hotep Jesus, episode 45 of Hotep's Been Told You. Um, Hotep Jesus, what's going on, man? How was your week?
Man, my week was good, man. I don't even want to talk about it, man. It's so much going on, man. We need to just
Get
get
right to
right.
it.
Yeah, you got a lot to talk about this week, man. Because oh man, they wilding in the Matrix, man.
Yeah, definitely. First off, let me we gotta say rest in peace to John Singleton. You know, um, director, black African American director, did Boys in the Hood, Baby Boy, Four Brothers, I think. He did a whole bunch of movies. He was, um, as far as black filmmakers go, he was one of the pioneers. Boys in the Hood was like I don't know, was a landmark, movie that opened the world to South Central Los Angeles. He died of I think he had a stroke. He was only 51, so condolences to him and his family.
Yeah, man. That's a big loss right there. Um, he was. If you was, I think it's him, who else is it? Him and Hype.
Who?
Him,
Oh, Hype
him.
Williams?
Yeah, Spike.
Spike.
You
Yeah,
know, as far as like black directors is concerned, and we got Coogler coming down the pike.
yeah,
But John Singleton definitely was like, pioneer for a lot of those cats, man. But classic movies, Poetic Justice, classic movies, man, classics. Some of our best movies came from that guy right there. And he did it at a young age too, man.
yeah, man. What did you do? He did Boys in the Hood when he was 22, man.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
crazy. That's really crazy because that's like for all that to come from a mind of a 22-year-old. That's really impressive. What was your favorite? You got a favorite movie of his?
I'm gonna have to just go with the staple, Boys in the Hood. Off
Yeah.
the strength, man. It was Hotep as hell, man. The pops and everything. And then he was like, man, we ain't from no Africa. He like, shut up, we from Africa. I was like, yeah. To say like those classic moments like that, it's just glorious. So I gotta give it to him, man. I gotta give it to Boys in the Hood.
Yeah, I gotta go. I gotta go. Baby Boy. Baby Boy is my shit, man. I thought that told like a coming of age of African American, and it was. I thought it was. I don't know. I thought it was genius. I thought that was a story that needed to be told. Like I thought like sometimes there was a lot of young black men that was like kind of going aimlessly through life and stuff like that, and not knowing what to do. And it's like was like a coming of age film, and I seriously, when I say it, people think I'm trolling, but I swear to God, what's his name, Tyrese deserved at least an Oscar nomination for his role in Baby Boy. But
Oh yeah.
it's neither here nor there. But that's how I feel about that movie.
Yeah, Tyrese, man, he's been in the game for years, playing a whole lot of different roles. I remember in the first Pepsi commercial when he got on the bus singing. He's been killing it since. Um, Baby Boy, in those movies when they come on, you just got to sit down and watch it. No matter how many times you've seen it, you got to sit down and watch it. I don't know
Yeah,
why, but it's just a great movie, man.
yeah, yeah. So so shout outs to his family and everything like that. And then I might this weekend definitely I'm taking a couple of his films. Jumping to sports real quick. Now I didn't watch any of the draft, but I heard some commotion. I seen on Joe Budden's podcast. He's a big Giants fan. Giants picked a quarterback from God knows where. I don't know where this joker was. They were saying he was like, I don't know what. They said he wasn't going to get picked to the 5th round. And I think the second best quarterback prospect was the guy from Ohio State. People are saying, the streets are saying, the Giants didn't want a black QB.
Oh yeah, yeah. You drafted a QB from Duke. When's the last time a QB from Duke went the first round? Like, I think that was the first time ever for Duke. I be trying to tell y'all NFL racist, man.
But you know, that's like a lot of the team thing. It depends on the owner. I don't know who the owner for the Giants is, but you know, the owner it wants whatever particular face on his franchise. Now, I guess you got to take the demographics of who's owning the seats that go to the Giants Stadium and watch the Giants football games. You know, they got it all figured out. You in ads and shit. You know that shit. But like, if they feel like, do you feel it's like, was it like sometimes I think they do it purposely spiteful, or do you think that owner didn't want no Negro running the field because he's not going to generate the same amount as this white boy at QB?
Fans always gonna go with winners.
Yeah.
If your team ain't winning, what's the point in showing up in the stadium? Right? So you got to go with the prospect that is going to win you games. This is blatant favoritism, you know, racism. This was typical of the people that like to ban you from social networks. This is what they do. This is how they do.
It's their people.
It's the same peoples.
Yeah, definitely, man. Jay-Z, he did a B-side concert. What was it? Webster Hall, I think it was called.
Yeah, Webster Hall.
People were saying it was great. You know, I'm not the biggest Jay-Z fan, but you know, I admit he's one of the greatest ever to do it. And he busted out in a freestyle. And I'll never thought to see the day, man. Black Twitter turned on Jay-Z.
Why they turn on him?
You know, in the freestyle, he was going, you know, Nipsey just died, and he had a couple bars about gentrification.
Yeah.
Now, this is a kind of a strange thing for Jay-Z to say, because a lot of people accuse him of gentrification when he helped Brooklyn Nets come to Brooklyn. Right. You know, he was the face of the franchise. They gave him 0.1 or whatever percent of a slice of a percent of ownership. Had his black ass sitting courtside, made him feel important.
Yeah.
But then, you know, Jay-Z being the slickster he is, he flipped that. He sold that. He got out of that just so he can go in the agent realm. Now he signed an agent. So, you know, he getting the money. Right. He to the bag. But you got the freestyle, man?
I got the freestyle right here, yo.
People are mad about this freestyle, man. And let's just hear it, man. Do it. Eminent domain and have your people moving. That's a small glimpse into what Nipsey was doing. Anybody still confused as to what he was doing? The neighborhood designed to keep us trapped. They redlined it so property crimes if you live by blacks. They depress the asset and take the property back. It's a ruthless but a genius plan in fact. So now we fighting over scraps. Crabs in the barrel, but crabs don't belong in the barrel where they ain't never took us back.
The hell is he talking about? Here's my problem with Jay-Z and that freestyle and his Jimi Hendrix look. It's like,
oh, you don't like African Hove look?
It's like he waited his whole career to finally be Hotep, right? And then gonna deliver these lukewarm bars. Nah, give us some same bars that you gave Audemars in your watch collection. You see, when I listen to Jay-Z, you know, Jay-Z my favorite rapper, right?
Right.
When I listen to Jay-Z, it's for motivation, right?
Right.
When he start talking at Hotep, he don't sound believable to me, so I'm not motivated. When Nipsey spit it you could hear it. It was genuine.
Yeah.
You know, about flipping the properties. You know what I mean? Hove, it sounded so forced. The bars was lukewarm. That's what Nipsey was doing. Something he was doing. Hove should have spent like an extra week on them bars. That was those bars was weak. It was like he was trying to drop knowledge on a bunch of people that already got the knowledge.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's why they turned on him, because he ain't turned up on that freestyle. If you gonna mention Nipsey name, that bar gotta be the hardest thing we heard from Hove since 444. Not one quotable came out that freestyle.
Come on, man. You see, y'all is rough on Jay-Z. You know, I think his heart was in the right place, but you know, the history there is like he was guilty of it. Like he didn't take the same route Nipsey did. He tries to say he did, but you know, all these companies, I mean, he tried to flipped it, and you would find out the man half owned all of it. You know what I'm saying? It was and then about the gentrification part, you know, I think people are mad. He said gentrify your own hood. Now, I thought he meant that as to improve your own property so you can have and own it, by the way. And so you can have some, when it increases in market value, you can profit off of it. That's what I thought he was getting at. But, you know, people are saying when you gentrify, the rent goes up and then we're all ass out. And I think people are mad about that.
That's the double-edged sword, man. That's the nature of the double-edged sword. Got to take the good with the bad. If you clean up the neighborhood, you're going to have to pay more for it. The problem is people don't take care of what they already got. When you ride through the hood, it's dirty. They take their cups and they throw them on the street. Right? If you taking your cups and you throw them on your front lawn, you automatically reducing the value of your property. So you asking to be gentrified. That's why I say with a lot of this stuff, it starts with the culture and what we teaching our children, what is right and what's wrong. And when you teach them to litter, you know, you teaching them, you know what I mean? Like don't come on my block. Let's say we had 10 properties on the block and you the only one that got like dirt on your lawn. I'm gonna have to like call the municipality on you. You bringing the property value down over here, bro. Yo, y'all gonna have to sanction this thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry I gotta do it. Ordinance. I'm gonna have a talk with you first, face to face first. Like, look, bro, you gotta clean up your property. If you don't do it after that, I'm calling the town. This is how we get in trouble, yo.
Definitely. I don't know, but I still was shocked that they went at they went at Jay-Z, man. This was like, I've been a Jay-Z hater all my life, man. I was almost had tears of joy, man. I was like, they're getting Hove out of here, man. This is finally the day.
It's always come down to the power of the bars. If your bars is right, you can say whatever you want. You seen what happened with Kodak and T.I. Right. Everybody was on T.I.'s side. As soon as it hit wax, what happened? They was like, damn, Kodak bodied T.I. Right? If Hove would have came right with them bars, it would have been a whole nother story.
Right.
And he wasn't teaching nothing. I'm not gonna say he was teaching anything wrong on that, but I feel like it was basic bitch information. Like the crabs in the barrel, but they didn't tell you that the crabs don't belong in the barrel. He said it like he said like the most prolific thing ever. When that's like an old Hotep saying, like everybody done heard that before. Like that, you hear that every year at Thanksgiving.
That's Hotep 101.
That's Hotep 101. You know what I mean? Yo, Hove, call me. Let's just talk. Let's just chop it up. Yo, I can make you better, man. You can make me better, yo. Let's just talk, yo.
Yeah. Thanks everybody coming through. 61 in the room and YouTube. Please hit that thumbs up. Please hit that share button. Taking donations, chat, super chat, Patreon, PayPal, Coinbase app, the whole 9 yards. Poway, there was a shooting. Where was it? Where was the Poway shooting? It was that in Florida?
I believe it was Florida.
Florida, California. Anyway,
California.
There was a synagogue shooting.
It's in Cali?
Oh, I don't know. Oh, yeah, Cali, they said in the chat.
Yeah.
This guy got taken alive. One person lost their life. Rest in peace to the victim there. He also had a manifesto, and he also put PewDiePie in the manifesto. This is like 2 for 2 for manifestos with PewDiePie mentioned. He didn't mention Candace, by the way. We'll get to her in a little bit.
He did or he didn't? He did or he didn't mention Candace?
No, he did not.
Oh, I was about to say. Oh man. This was on Shabbat.
Yeah.
This happened on. So that's following the lineage of the attacks on the holy day of certain religions. I just want to say the kid that did this, he looked like straight out of a Jason Bourne camp.
Right.
If y'all ever look at his picture, go look at the shooter's picture. I'm not gonna play here on the show because we don't give people like that airtime, but that's the type of look he had to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People that know the show, people that know me, people that know how we interpret them events. Yes, y'all know what time it is. You know what I mean? And shout out to all the victims, yo. I send my blessings to all the victims.
Shout out to Dean Lynn 52. Thank you for the donation. I did mention Candace. Candace is left the coop. She is no longer going to be the communications director for TPUSA.
It's about time. She put her time in. Time to go. Time to level up. I have a feeling she watches the I have a feeling she watches our show.
Yeah.
We was talking about, just 2 episodes ago, we was talking about how like she bigger than TPUSA now. She don't really need them.
Yeah, she definitely is. She definitely is way better. I seen somebody had tweeted like she ran game on Charlie Kirk, used him to get her name up, then bounced. She got a show. I still haven't catch the show. I'm going. That's one of the days you can always replay the joint. So she has a podcast and video show, and I think she has a book coming. She gonna cash in.
Oh yeah, she got a white husband too, or fiance. She good money. She locked down her white stallion. Yes, she got the book deal and Blexit. Now with the Blexit movement gonna be more powerful without the attachment to TPUSA, right? So now she can be with the niggas. You know what I mean? She gonna have to play like the Mother Teresa, the Black Mother Teresa for the Black right wing or the Black conservatism. That's like kind of the role, and she's gonna kind of like take the youth under her wing, and the youth are kind of gonna ride in her, behind her sails or whatever they say. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the youth, I think there's a good amount of Black youth that is gonna follow behind her. Hey, it's gonna be interesting to see what she does from here, man.
Yeah, because the new, like you say, the new high school student, the Black high school, some of these Black women, they're going to identify with Candace. There's some of them going to start to identify with her. They're like, man, fuck it, we're gonna ride with Candace. So I mean, she's she's on the come up, man. She's going to be. I mean, she's going. I still think she might. I don't know if she wants to get into politics or anything like that, or maybe she just wants to stay on the news side. But you know, she's going to be. She's going to be big, like Sean Hannity big, and all that type shit. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Out of here.
Yeah, man. She's going to be out of here, man.
Out of here. Great move. Congratulations, Candace. You finessed the fuck out that situation.
Congratulations, Candace. Congratulations. Now let's on to the news of the day, man.
Yeah.
Your boy Mark Zuckerberg, Facebook, got out the ban hammer. Banned the Honorable Louis Farrakhan. Banned Philip Watson. Banned Laura Loomer. Banned InfoWars. Banned Alex Jones.
Yo. Yo. Much of today I was speechless. Even right now I'm speechless. I think where do we start? Right? When we start to extrapolate on this topic, like where do we start? Let's start at Laura Loomer.
Okay.
So,
friend of the show.
Yes. I saw her name pop up and it said she was banned from Instagram. And I said, it's impossible. I follow her. I see her every day. So I go to Instagram and I saw her icon. I said, see, she's right there. So I hit it. And when I hit it, it said, user not found. I said, oh, shit. It's going down. It's here now. This is a watershed moment. I've always wanted to say that.
Shout out the good watershed knowledge.
This is a watershed moment for America. This is your test. And you've already failed. I mean, you failed when you celebrated Louis Farrakhan from being banned. You failed when you was worried about Louis Farrakhan being labeled as far right instead of far left. They caught you with the distraction, with the troll, the crossover. They crossed you up. They said, you know what? If we ban these people, how do we lighten the blowback? Let's throw on one of these niggas. Let's get rid of Farrakhan. What the neocons and rhinos do? Yeah. They cheered it on. They basically took a shit on the First Amendment. They took a shit on it. They said, we don't believe in it. Amazing. I need y'all to just check whoever y'all follow and just check their behavior. And if that is a person that behaves like that, you got to know you're suspect and you're culpable and you're implicated in being an agent as well for following that buffoon. And then y'all worried about if Farrakhan is right. White people, just listen for a second, okay? Now, black don't mean left. Farrakhan hanging out with black people and Democrats don't make him left. Farrakhan is OG Hotep. He's Nation of Islam Hotep, but he's Hotep. Nation of Islam to be more specific. And we are the right wing of the black community. Just because we shake hands with Barack Obama and Maxine Waters don't mean we see eye to eye. That's a nigga thing. We just saying hi to our fellow black folk. That's what that is. It's cordial. We've been in this game for years. They all old heads. They all been around for a while. That's that respect handshake. You've been doing this for a minute. Respect. But Farrakhan, I don't know about far right extremists, and right wing is probably not the right term either, but he's definitely not left. He's only far right to the media for the same reasons he's far left to y'all, because of those that shall not be named. It's the facts of the matter. Am I wrong?
Nah, you're definitely not wrong. Let me run off a couple of donations. Reverse, thank you for the donation. John Lemley, thank you for the donation. Gavin Gomez, thank you for the donation. Shout out to the OG conservative Louis Farrakhan. But that's that was the thing, man. NOI is basically a conservative movement. They don't believe in abortions. They believe in man, woman, and child. They believe in a strong family unit.
Right to bear arms.
Go ahead.
Right to bear arms.
Yeah. One of the things, like, somebody tweeted, like, "Oh, I thought there was socialists." I'm like, come on, man. Like, Elijah Muhammad told Malcolm X, man, if the white man could come over here from Europe with nothing in their pocket and create all these businesses and buildings and hire their own, black folks have no right to complain when we could do the same goddamn thing they did. Does that sound like socialism to you? You know what I'm saying? I was looking at these people shocked. I'm like, what is wrong with y'all, man? I'm like, it's just as bad as these other people y'all talking about, man.
Because they getting this,
right? They did, and they were sitting there arguing about, oh, Farrakhan's like, first of all, it doesn't make a fucking bit of difference. Like, we should not be supporting outright censorship and banning people for what? They're dangerous. Dangerous to who? That was what Facebook put on their feed. They're dangerous. These people are dangerous. Reading what they say is dangerous. Listening what they say is dangerous. InfoWars is so dangerous. If you play back their content on their set, they say they're gonna ban you too. What kind of shit is this?
Bruh, you get banned for sharing that content. Wow.
Yeah.
White people, we need your help. Code Red this is the inflection moment. This is it. If Doctor Strange or whoever is caught in the quantum realm, this is the moment that we go back in time to. This is it right here. This is it, yo. It's like, so, Thanos, right?
Yeah.
So Thanos is the homeland appropriation of niggas on soil. That's what Thanos stands for, right? Mm-hmm. Now, I feel like Thanos is a metaphor for what's in play right now. And what we saw today with Facebook is one of the Infinity Stones.
Right.
What they want is complete control so that they can snap a finger and do whatever they want at the snap of a finger. They do shock test. They shock test the market. They shock test the market with media stories to watch how people react.
Mm-hmm.
They pop it into the computer and the AI. Computer and the AI tell them what we're going to do, what we're going to do next, and how we react. This is how it's going down right now. And this social media censorship is one of the Infinity Stones. Another one in Infinity Stones is Venezuela. We're going to talk about that in a moment. But the fact that Facebook can ban you for sharing somebody else's content is wild. The fact that Facebook can call people dangerous without explaining what dangerous means and showing evidence of this danger, and then saying who's in danger. White people, we need your help.
Yeah. And what do you think about the people who are saying, well, Facebook is a private company and they can do whatever they want. You know.
Yes, absolutely. That's a fact. And this goes back to what I saw from PJ Watson, right? PJ Watson's his ass gonna say, "Oh, Trump, you got to do something about this," because he got banned from Instagram.
Right.
No, hold on, PJ. You ain't even from America. Don't be telling my president what to do. First of all, that's first of all. You worried about what's going over there in UK, because what he's trying to do is he's trying to increase the size of government.
Right.
People, we do not need the government to step into this. We are grown men. We are grown men. We got to grab our kahunas, make sure they still there, and move accordingly. We can't keep, you know what I mean, calling Trump every time something happens. Trump ain't your daddy. Just like I told black folks when Barack was in office and they was crying for help, Barack ain't your daddy, black people, and Trump ain't your daddy, white people. I
Yeah.
think it's too much. We try to go to that Oval Office to solve our problems. Solving a Facebook problem is not hard at all. It's not hard at all.
Yeah, I mean, I hardly use Facebook. You know, I have a Uncle Hotep page. Follow me if you're on there. But I just post stuff there, and I don't even post. I only unless my mom tells me to post something. I don't really post something on there. And I do use Instagram. You know, and I followed Farrakhan and I followed Laura Loomer. I couldn't follow Philip PJ Watson, man. I can't I can't do that dude, man. But pause. But it's crazy, you know, and I don't know what they're gonna do. They're gonna have to, you know, either people step up or people are gonna have to create alternate apps, man. You know, you just gotta make something hot, and people will flock to it. It might not be what you want right now, but if you stick with it, it will be there. But I don't know what else to say. You know, they've made their mark. They told y'all, they already showed y'all what they're about. That's Silicon Valley. You know, they're against everything we stand for. Like, you know, the people on the good side, the right side of history, us. You know, they're against all that. You know, and they're starting to act accordingly because, you know, a lot of people got too popular. Farrakhan was too popular. PJW was too popular. Luma was too popular. Fucking InfoWars was too popular. They put to shame mainstream media numbers. People are watching these people more than mainstream media. So that's another reason they gotta go. You know, a lot of people are interested in keeping these people off platforms, off and taking down their follower count. A lot of people are interested. There's a lot of money in there, you know, and you know, mainstream media, it would not surprise me if their hand is not into this as well.
I mean, that's my whole point with all of this. That when they say it's a private company, they can do what they want. I'm like, yeah, you absolutely correct. But also what you have to understand is this is what's coming to your government. This is what they call a shock test. This is a shock test. They want to see how you're going to react. And if you don't react to a corporation, how you think the government going to treat you? If you can't react to your own peer, this is your own peer you can't keep in check. You can't keep Zuckerberg in check. You know why you can't keep him in check? Because outside of Zuckerberg, you align yourself with an ideology and a philosophy and a political ideology that makes this possible. Your conservatism, your neocons, your rhinos, they all push an agenda that makes it possible to suppress free speech. And they're doing it right now, I think, with House Resolution 336, if I'm not mistaken.
It's crazy, man. It's, you know, somebody said and put in the chat, bans from PayPal next. They've already did that a couple of times, and that's why you should be using Coinbits app. You know what I mean? There's alternatives out there. You just got to use them.
Yo, they got something out here now where it said it's gonna be illegal to criticize the power structure or the power of the redacted. In Florida, this bill was introduced. It was passed in the Senate.
Right.
And it came right on the hill of Poway. And I believe it's DeSantis is down there in Florida dealing with this bill. But when y'all support that, the corporation's like, oh, y'all want this. They shot tested y'all, man.
Yeah,
it's just
they fail every time. You know, I don't get it, man. It's like, why are people falling for the okie doke, man? You know, they'll say, oh, they banned this guy. Well, instead of saying, like, they'll see they just ban these people, right? And then they'll say, here these jokers come out. Well, Antifa's still on there. Why don't you ban them? Like, no. How about we unban Farrakhan, Watson, InfoWars, let them be on the platform and let Antifa be on the platform. Right? That's it. Not ban them. I've been saying this for years, man. I was like, y'all keep asking for more bans, and guess what them folks gonna give you? More bans. And guess what they just did? Knocked your asses right on top of your head, man.
Flexing right before election. Right before they coup. You know, Alex Jones gonna call every play of that coup. And they was like, we can't be letting you on Instagram neither. Took them right off the platform. Yo, nobody is above criticism, people. Nobody on God green earth. And if the Abrahamic peoples are above criticism, God damn it, I want to be above criticism too. What I gotta put on? Hand me my motherfucking yarmulke. I'm down. Zion, baby. Stop fucking playing with me, man. It's bullshit. Y'all playing these fucking games like kids out here, man.
Yeah, it's fucking wild as shit, man. Yeah, it's fucking wild as shit, man. But you know, I don't know. I don't know how I'll get my daily Farrakhan message, but we'll try to figure something out. I hope the minister figures something out with that. Did you watch any of that bar testimony and shit?
Hell no. You know, I did. That was one I was like, let me catch the clips. You know what I mean? Because that was nothing but a drama for the Democrats. Yo, like, what they call that hearing for? Really?
I don't fucking know, man. To fucking explain or a fucking report that everybody can read. Like, come on, man. It's wild to me. But did you see that the boy bought some chicken in because he said he was chicken?
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen that.
Black woman brought the chicken in.
See? Rita, can you get on that chicken? I got you, massa. Thank you, nigga. Democrats are so racist.
Yo, it's crazy. I'm like, man, I was thinking, man. I was like, I wonder if any black folks ate any of that chicken. He did it one better. He ain't offer nobody no chicken or nothing. He said, woman, go get me some fucking KFC.
You know, he went right to a black woman too. What chicken should I get? No, he did.
There must not have been no Popeyes or churches around, man, because they went with the KFC. I mean, niggas, because I know black folks been stopped eating KFC, man.
Yeah, KFC don't even got real chicken no more. They make their chicken when they got no beak, no feathers, no feet.
That's crazy, man. Yeah, that's just a waste of time. They're still talking about this Russian Mueller, man. Come on, man. And then, you know, Venezuela is popping off, man. And that was some strange shit, man. You know, I seen APC running people over. You know, that what's his name? Guido.
Guido.
Yeah.
I don't know how to say it.
In the morning, he talk about, come on, people, come take to the streets. I got some military people with me. They got he had like 20 or 30 of military cats with him. There was probably the CIA assets that came around trying to get the other Venezuelan soldiers to defect.
Yo, he trained under the Canvas organization, which is an offshoot of Optor, something like that.
Yeah.
But his name Canvas, and he's been trained and he's been in Venezuela since Chavez, and he was running against the running protests against Chavez. This guy's been an asset for a long time, y'all. Come on now, like it's all documented too. He got to go look at his deleted tweets when they got all his old pictures from when he was in Venezuela protesting and then the murders that he's involved with in Venezuela. You know what I mean? So people want to say what they say about Maduro. I'm not saying Maduro's no saint, but y'all look crazy when y'all believe the narrative. Like, it's one thing to understand and say, look, if they came out and said, we about to go Venezuela and take their shit, I'd be like, all right, no doubt. You know what I'm saying? Like, at least y'all was honest. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, y'all going to procure some assets. Instead, it's like, oh, Maduro's evil and we have to bring democracy to the region. And it's like, here y'all go with the Iraq story and the Libya. And it's just like, for conservatives, it's like, yo, how many times y'all gonna read the same script and not know you watching the same movie?
I couldn't believe this shit, man. I was seeing on the timeline, man. I can't believe people are falling for this shit. Like, I thought it was America first, man. I thought somebody campaigned for years, for a couple years, and talked for a couple years in office about America first. And here we are with this regime change bullshit once again. Like, I mean, it's up to the Venezuelan people, if we're sitting there putting sanctions on and giving help to this fucking Guaido guy and fucking recognizing him as the official president of fucking Venezuela, then we're taking part in the attempted coup. Like, people want to play dumb, man. Like, listen, we're doing this. That's our guy. That's Guaido. That's our boy. That's us.
Yes.
That's who we want in office.
Yes.
Don't play it any other way. Stop with this. You care about socialism fail and you care about the Venezuelan people. No, you don't. You don't. You know what I'm saying? And stop. It's something like, just like you said, this is why I was like, man, this is why I said about Obama with Syria. Like, if Obama said, listen, these white folks want me to fucking take Bashar al-Assad out of office. Now, we can either send the Marines in or I could give the guns to the jihadists and they'll try to take them. He said that. I've been like, all right, man. Well, fucking do whatever. You know what I'm saying? But don't lie about it and then try to make me look stupid and believe these propaganda and lies. I'm not gonna fall for this shit. You know what I'm saying? We gotta be honest. And what was the Russian thing? Oh, now we're blaming Russia for everything. Pompeo said Maduro was going to leave, but Vladimir Putin talked him out of it. Like, come on,
man. Who Pompeo used to work for? Did he work for them alphabets?
Yeah, CIA.
All right, so peep the play, right? Pompeo goes on CNN, fake news network, and he says Maduro was gonna hop on a plane and leave and fly to Cuba, and Russia talked him out of it. All right. First of all, if that's true,
right?
How you know that?
Right.
Oh, so you got somebody on the inside. Boom. Told on yourself. Told on yourself right there. Second of all, that sounds fugazi. So the play there is this: if you make Maduro look weak, more of the military will defect. More people will say, all right, fine, Maduro gave up. Let's just bring this new guy in. These are the subversive silent weapons that they use, and they use the media to pull a lot of this stuff off. But that's the play with that whole spiel on CNN. I saw that and I'm like, oh, you ain't slick, bro.
Yeah, because it was definitely because CNN, they came out with coup. There was like, they were having a coup. They thought it was lit. They thought this shit was lit, man. It was like, oh man. Then you can see, if you look at it, you see how the apparatus works. You know what I'm saying? They try to go down because Maduro, he cut all that shit off. He cut CNN off. He cut PBS off. He cut all them stations off. And they in there pumping propaganda to Venezuela. They said, cut the fucking stations, man. Fucking they just talking a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah, because the stations is a silent weapon. He is smart. He's smart. You better cut that thing off because they have your people thinking something totally different than what's really going on. The Guido had a publicity stunt. That's what he had.
Yeah.
He had a lot of help. But we got Guido leaving Venezuela. I want to say in 2007 he comes to the United States, and or is it 97? And he trains under it's 97. He trains under, I forget the person's name, but a former IMF director. Now, if anybody knows anything about central banks, IMF is the central bank of the world. So that kind of tell you, and not only that, he moved to DC. He moved to DC. So this guy's been, I asked it for a very long time. He's been working for us for a very long time. It's just ridiculous. And another thing too is, just watch this. This is how I'm about to expose your favorite Twitter political dad. I'm about to kill him right here.
Who's that?
When we talk about Venezuela, what they always say, oh, look, socialism. Oh, look, socialism. It's like, all right, no doubt. You got the basic bitch answer. But what inside of socialism specifically is killing these economies? Right?
Right.
The answer is the central bank distributing fiat notes and printing money to pay off debt, creating hyperinflation. So when I said the neocons act like Maduro inherited a utopian society, then installed his socialism and everything went to crap. No, he inherited crap from Chavez, and Chavez, and even when I said Maduro, they're like, well, what about Chavez? It was Chavez before him. Chavez inherited shit too. It's been shit since the 80s, since the 70s.
Right.
I want to say since 87 is when they started more IMF policies, more central bank policies. That's under Perez, I believe. Why y'all not talking about that? You know why? Because redacted. Right? What Lenin said. Lenin, your beloved communist, he said 90% of creating a communist nation is installing a central bank. When we talk about socialism, they always say it's a centralization of goods and services and the property and blah, blah, blah. But they never talk about that money though. They never say, oh, what about the centralization of the money? Meanwhile, Amsher Rothschild been told you, all I want is control of your money. I don't care who make your laws. Give me control of your money. But nobody want to have that conversation. That's how you could point out a fraud, right? Oh, socialism. No, it's not socialism. That's a very broad term to use. What specifically? Let's talk about these central banks. They don't want to talk about that. You know why? Because they scared.
They definitely are, man. They abolish the Fed, audit the Fed, abolish the Fed. Ron Paul for president.
I back that.
It also leads into Iran sanctions. You know, they're threatening to sanction anybody even does business with Iran. You buy anything from Iran, you know, you're gonna get sanctioned. I think OPEC said there's no way they can take them off the oil markets. You know, there seem to be going overdrive with these Iran sanctions, and we know what happened to sanctions with Iraq. You know, we sanctioned them to death, then eventually, you know, we invaded them twice. You know, and sanctioning a country really leaves them. You know, we could just see with Venezuela. You know, it leaves them in dire straits. Iran has threatened to the Straits of Hormuz. They said if we can't sell no oil is going out in the Straits of Hormuz. You know, a lot of people like, oh, they can't stop our Navy and everything else. I'm like, I don't know, man. I'm like, that's a lot. That if you look at it militarily, I mean, there's one thing about technology, and then there's one thing about military tactics. You know, if they have the advantage there, that long coast, you have to go through Iran's whole coastline there. You know, and missile technology, they could put a hurting on any tankers coming out that going out that strait. So I don't know, man. It's just, you know, the redacted in the House of Saud is talking about they want to put some more pressure on Iran. You know, we got to do it, and it's whack, man. It really is whack.
I just think the timing is ironic, as you know, Iran being one of the allies of Venezuela, and they sanction Iran right before they go out to Venezuela. I think that's great timing, great military strategy.
Yeah, we got a couple of donations. Chad, thanks, Chad. What's up? The wars make military and the Fed your daddy. That makes it easier for them to disarm you. Support wars. You support being disarmed.
That's true.
Also, Jeff Curtis. Hotep Jesus on point. Central banking. Go crypto.
Word. Go crypto for real.
Yeah, definitely, man. What else happened this week, man? It seemed like it was a heavy week, man.
It was a heavy week because you know a lot of these topics weigh heavy on your conscience. You know, you know, because remember we had the shooting. The shooting was kind of like a solemnly mood.
Yeah.
And then the whole bringing up Nip, and it was kind of like, you know, oh, we got Benin, I believe it's called Benin in Africa. They having election issues. Apparently, people getting shot down there. So we're gonna have to keep an eye on that. There's a lot of stuff going on in the world, man. But Yemen,
Yeah, Yemen.
it's still going down in Yemen. Paris, they still kicking up.
Yeah.
There was some clashes this weekend.
Oh, you see, Biden is taking a bigger lead in the Democratic side.
Is he?
Yeah, man.
That's crazy. Bernie messed up, man.
It's Biden, Bernie, and Warren, and Sweet Pete right behind Warren.
Wow.
They put Pete on the cover of Time, man.
Who?
Pete.
Pete who?
Pete Buttigieg. Him and his husband.
Oh. Yeah. That's right.
The thing is, the mainstream media keeps saying, "Oh, Pete's coming out of nowhere. Pete's coming out of nowhere." Meanwhile, they put him on the cover, right? So my girl Tulsi Gabbard, where is she on these covers? Nowhere to be found. She got the same resume and better than Pete's. Nowhere. You better not talk about Tulsi. Tulsi talked about the House of Saud still.
Tulsi better be careful for they ban her. Tulsi kind of Hotep, man. She woke, man. I don't know.
She definitely is. Yo, you see them jokers fighting in Portland, man. What is going on in Portland, Oregon, man? You ever been to Portland?
Nah.
Man, Antifa just running in the streets. I seen it. Yo, listen, Antifa was fighting. I don't know what group they were fighting. Somebody. They did a fair one. They were like, hold up, man. Everybody get around. You know, back on the block. Like, let them shoot the fair one. It was the sloppiest fight I ever seen. Nobody even yelled World Star. That's how bad it was. You couldn't even get a World Star out.
Oh, wow. That's probably why I ain't see it.
Yo, man, it's man, it's like, you know, the West Coast is like another country damn near, man.
Portland.
The police officers, the mayor, they told the police in Portland to stand down to Antifa. Antifa can do whatever the hell they want.
That's that Soros money. That's that money, good money. That's good long money. You better leave that alone, money.
Yo, did you see? You ever see? I was listening to the news that they were talking about the security that Bezos and Zuckerberg ride around in, like how much money they spend on security every year. I think Zuckerberg spends like $22 million on security every year.
Yeah.
And Bezos in his office, they said he got the highest rated bulletproof glass in the world on his office windows.
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn, Bezos, he was afraid. But then they said, who was the Apple, the Apple owner? I can't remember his name.
Steve Jobs?
I think it was Jobs. Or was there a guy after Jobs? Like, who's the current CEO?
Larry Page.
Yeah, they said he only had like 300,000 or something. Or Tim Cook.
Tim Cook. I said Larry Page. That's Google. Yeah, Tim Cook.
Yeah, they said he only had 300,000.
300,000 what?
For security.
That's what his budget was?
Yeah.
Tim Cook?
Yeah.
Damn, really?
So why is Zuckerberg now we know why Zuckerberg, he's sitting there banning people. You know what I mean? That's why he got robbed with spent 22 million on security, man. It's crazy.
Damn. Jack better increase his security. The way I feel bad for Jack, you know. I kind of want to explain to y'all what's going on. So a lot of the deep platforming that you see, you know, like you said, we saw Jack just say, yo, I'm putting my foot down. We're not going to ban Alex Jones. And then later on, he had to ban Alex Jones. Yeah, Jack's surrounded. In a metaphorically way to say it, he's ransom. He's been taking ransom. He's got a whole lot of organizations. Did you hear he kicked Glad out of there?
No.
He kicked Glad off the board.
Did he?
Yes. Good job, Jack. Because these people are annoying, right? Like they're in your ear all day, complaining, and it's just like Jack just wants to make a better platform, right? And these people are complaining about hate speech and all this other stuff, and Jack's probably like he's just not really that into it, you know. He kind of feels like everybody should just have a voice and just get all your hate out and everything like that, and just let it be out, and everybody just knows where we stand.
Right.
So Jack is very level-headed about it, and I just feel like when people get deplatformed from Twitter, you got to know that's when the big boys come down on Jack, you know.
Yeah.
And I think the big boy's gonna come down on him if he don't get rid of Louis Farrakhan on the platform or duplicate some of the policies that he sees on these other platforms. But Jack is holding on, man, but he better increase his security.
Yeah, it seemed like, you know, he probably is the most lenient out there because, you know, who was that? There was that preacher from Harlem, and they had banned him from YouTube, but he still does his Twitter Periscope every morning. I still see him up doing that. But yeah, I wonder if he is going to try to ban Lewis and Alex. Is Alex banned? Alex is already banned from Twitter, right?
Alex is already banned.
Damn.
Loomer's banned.
Paul's still there. Milo's banned. So it's just Paul. I don't know about Paul Nellon. I don't know him.
Paul Nellon's still on.
Oh, he's still on? Okay.
I believe.
Was Paul Nellon the guy who tried to run for he tried to run for office? talking about the brackets all damn day.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. That's him.
Okay.
I want to say he's still on the platform, but I feel like Farrakhan is gonna go next, especially if he drop another one of them termite videos.
I mean, but he hasn't lately. I haven't heard anything about it lately, man. It's just,
yeah, he been cooling out.
I guess on the backs of what happened in Poway, you know, they're gonna tie two and two together and say, I'm sure this guy never listened to Farrakhan a day in his life, but you know how they're gonna do.
Right. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing with these shootings. They can use them for political advantage, man.
Definitely.
This is a watershed moment for us folks. How we respond to this. Matter of fact, plan B. Ghana and Nigeria looking ripe in about 10 years. White folks, if y'all want to roll, let me know. You know what I'm saying? White women get first dibs on because they got universal white privilege. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, man, come on.
We're gonna need some white women. White men, you're second. You saw the Asian chief over there, right? The Asian African chief.
Yeah, man. They made him chief, man.
They made a Chinese man chief of Africa. Lord.
What's going on? But see, you know what? It seems to me it's like the people there don't have a problem with it, but the people from all across the diaspora is like up in arms about this shit, man.
Yeah, because the people there is like, you know, they they got crackatosis.
Stop it, man.
Yo, you know how like when a white person could dance black,
yeah,
it's like all the niggas like, oh, they like, ah. That's how they treating the Asian man. It's like, ah, look, he put the feathers on his head, y'all.
Come on, man, stop it.
That's what it is. I'm not beat, you know. And the fact that he's bringing business, and, you know, doing trades, and he probably got a couple of resources, but the fact that Hotep Jesus ain't chief of any tribe in Africa yet speaks volume on the work that I have to do with myself.
Right.
You know, if a Chinese man could be an African chief, so can I. God damn it. And I think more of us should want to be African chiefs. And white people, you need to go get your chiefdom. Y'all stole the Native American chiefdom. Elizabeth Warren.
Yeah.
Right. So Africa's the new America. Remember, I said it a bunch of times. Africa's the new America.
Yeah, I think you're right.
It's the new America. I mean, it's the new Wild Wild West. It's undeveloped. It's untapped. It's America when America had the gold rush and the West was untapped territory. That's when you was able to go and get rich. You can go get you a piece of land, squat up, and sit on it, and you good. That's what Africa is right now. There's a lot of territory to be snatched up and developed. It's just not, and that's dying in America, especially with the growing socialism. So, you know, whoever want to invest in Africa, I got people on the ground already. All I got to do is make a phone call. All it takes is a phone call. We can get some business popping. Black Star Line back in business.
Are you?
Man, I'll see you next week, brother.
All right, man. See y'all in the chat.